Hi, welcome to all. Today we will discuss about limbic system and neurotransmitter. Limbic system. The limbic system consists of medially placed cortical and subcortical structures and the fiber tract connecting them with one another and with the hypothalamus. These structures include hippocampus, mammillary body, amygdala, olfactory tract, hypothalamus, cingulate gyrus, septum pellucidum, thalamus, and fornix. The limbic system, which is sometimes called the emotional brain, is associated with the fear, anxiety, anger, aggression, love, joy, hope, sexuality, and social behavior. This is the picture showing limbic system, including cingulate gyrus, fornix, hippocampus, amygdala, hypothalamus, etc. This picture also shows some parts of limbic system, hypothalamus, hippocampus, amygdala, etc. The components of limbic system include main components are basal ganglia, amygdala, thalamus, hypothalamus, cingulate gyrus, hippocampus. Basal ganglia organize motor behavior, laying subcortical white matter of frontal lobe. The parts of basal ganglia include caudate nucleus, putamen, globus pallidus, substantia nigra, subthalamic nucleus. The functions of basic ganglia include habit learning, desired movement, motor planning, sequencing activities, predictive control, working memory, and attention. Next one is amygdala. It is called the emotional center of brain. Small almond shaped located in temporal lobe. It involved in fight and flight reaction. It also functions on learning based on reward and punishment and memory consolidation. Thalamus and hypothalamus. Thalamus, main input center for sensory information going to the cerebrum, receive input from cerebrum to regulate emotion and arousal. Hypothalamus, source of posterior pituitary hormones and releasing hormones that act on anterior pituitary, regulate body temperature, thirst, hunger, and other basic survival mechanisms, plays roles in sexual response and mating behavior, fight and flight response, and pleasure. Cingulate gyrus, it functions as connect sensory input to emotions, emotional response to pain, regulation of aggressive behavior, communication, maternal bonding, language expression, and decision making. Hippocampus, it found in temporal lobe, shaped like sea horns. It helps in formation of new memories, declarative memory. Androgynous amnesia and retrograde amnesia occurs when there is problems in hippocampus. Next, we will discuss about neurotransmitters. Chemicals called neurotransmitters are stored in the axon terminals of presynaptic neurons. Electrical impulses cause the release of these chemicals into the synaptic cleft. The neurotransmitter combines with the receptor site on the postsynaptic neuron, resulting in determination of whether another electric impulse is generated. Neurotransmitters are responsible for essential functions in the role of human emotion and behavior. Neurotransmitters are target for the mechanism of action of many of the psychotropic medication. After a neurotransmitter has performed its function in the synaptic cleft, it either returns to the vesicle in the axon terminal to be stored and used again, or it is inactivated and dissolved by the enzyme. The classifications of neurotransmitters include, depending on the function, excitatory neurotransmitter and inhibitory neurotransmitter. Depending on the chemical nature, there are amino acid group, cholinergic group, catecholamine group, neuropeptide, and indole. These pictures show the classification of neurotransmitter. Depending on the chemical nature, amino acid group, example GABA, cholinergic group, example acetylcholine, catecholamine group, example dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. Neuropeptide groups include endorphin, substance P, somatostatin. Indolamine group include serotonin and histamine. And excitatory and inhibitory neurotransmitters include GABA and glutamine. Catecholamine group of neurotransmitter. First one is dopamine. Dopamine is often referred to as the pleasure chemical because it is released when mammals receive a reward in response to their behavior. That reward could be food, drugs, or sex. It is one of the most extensively studied neurochemicals, mainly because it plays such diverse roles in human behavior and cognition. Dopamine is increased in schizophrenia and manic patient and decreased in depression and Parkinson's disease. Norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is both a hormone and a neurotransmitter. Some refers it as a noradrenaline. It has been linked to mood, arousal, vigilance, memory, and stress. Newer research has focused on its role in both PTSD and Parkinson's disease. It is increased in schizophrenia and mania, decreased in anxiety, depression, and sleep disorder. It involved in fight and flight response. Serotonin, sometimes called the calming chemical, is best known for its mood modulating effect. A lack of 5-HT has been linked to depression and related neuropsychiatric disorder. The 5-HT is further reaching and has also been implicated in helping to manage appetite, sleep, memory, and most recently decision-making behavior. Serotonin is increased in anxiety disorder and decreased in depression, aggression, suicidal ideation, and impulsivity. Cholinergic acetylcholine. Acetylcholine was the first chemical to be identified and proven as neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine is implicated in sleep, arousal, pain perception, the modulation and coordination of movement, and memory acquisition and retention. It is increased in depression and decreased in Alzheimer's disease, Huntington disease, and Parkinson's disease. Gamma aminobutyric acid. If glutamine is the most excitatory neurotransmitter, then its inhibitory correlate is GABA. GABA works to inhibit neural signaling. If it inhibits cells too much, it can lead to seizures and other problems. But this neurotransmitter also plays an important role in brain development. Like dopamine, GABA also has a nickname, the learning chemical. Studies have found a link between levels of GABA in the brain and whether or not learning is successful. Increased level of GABA is observed in sleep and eating disorder, decreased levels found in anxiety disorder. Abnormal neurotransmitters occurs when there is deficit neurotransmitter, excess neurotransmitter, deficit receptors and excess receptors. Abnormal neurotransmitter causes some mental disorder because of excess or deficit transmission or excess or deficit responsiveness of receptors. Thank you.